Hello, welcome back to Random Vids. So, recently I've ranked all of the Oliver Twist episodes, well 29 of them, and it's been a while since we talked about Mario Kart 7. So, it's about time we've came back to Mario Kart 7, and today we're going to be looking at my top 10 favorite Mario Kart 7 Nitro tracks, so the new tracks in Mario Kart 7. We're almost done. We have Nitro, Retro, and then we have the music. So, there's not much I have to say. So, without further ado, let's get on with the countdown at number 10. So here at number 10 is Wario Shipyard. A lot of people really do like this track, and I can see why. It's a pretty decently good track. Is it my favorite though, Mario Kart 7? Absolutely not. I feel like this one is another one of those talked to death about tracks, and like I said, those just aren't my cup of tea type of tracks. This one obviously isn't talked about as to death as much as tracks like Waluigi Pinball, for example, but this one definitely still gets talked about a lot. Other than that, though, I really do like this track, and I can see why this track is really popular. It is a really interesting track where you're underwater for a lot of it, and it's kind of like a shipyard, sort of, or shipwreck. And it's a really good track. I understand why people really like it. I'm not gonna lie though, the music isn't the best. It's just meh. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't like it. And for me right now, it's just a meh type of song. It's definitely not my favorite Mario Kart 7, but it's fine how it is. There's not much I have to add about this one. It's alright, it's fun, and it makes top 10 for me. Number 9. So here at number 9 is good old Rock Mountain. This is in the Flower Cup, and it's a really good track. I'd say the reason why it's better than Wario Shipyard is because this one's not talked about a lot like that one is. This one's a fine track, and it's a pretty fun one at that, but is it my favorite? No. But it's a really good track, and I could see this one coming back in the next Mario Kart. This one and Wario Shipyard come back as well, I don't really care. This one's a really good, it's very unique. It has a really big gliding section at the end, or not the end, actually, it's more the beginning. Honestly, this track is pretty short. But that's alright. It doesn't have to be a super long track to be fun. Like, remember how that was in Mario Kart 64, Rainbow Road? Yeah, not a lot of people liked how long that course was. So at least this one is on the shorter side, but still a fun track for sure. So there's not much I have to add. We can move on. One thing I did forget to mention is the music. Music's pretty good. I'd say it's better than Wario Shipyard. So, now, let's move on. Number 8. So here at number 8 is good old Shy Guy Bazaar. So this track is the last track in the Mushroom Cup. And, I mean, it's a really good way to end off the Mushroom Cup. What's really interesting that I never knew about this track is that it's actually supposed to be the desert track. I never knew that. This track kind of reminds me of the movie Aladdin. And, I mean, I think everyone probably could see a little bit of Aladdin in this one as well. So that's probably the main reason why I didn't see this as a desert track. Normally the desert tracks don't have this much in it. But I really do like the desert tracks. This one, though, is just different and unique. And it's a really good track. I don't know, there's something about it that just is really, really interesting about it. And I also really like the music as well. So far, it's the best music that we've talked about. I don't know, Rock Mountain is good as well. But that's just besides the point. Anyway, Shy Guy Bazaar is definitely a very bizarre type of track. And I just really like the uniqueness of it. It's definitely a very interesting track. and it's a lot of fun to drive on. So, I mean, there's not much I have to add. It's a good track, and the end. Number 7. So here at number 7 is good old Wahoo Loop. This is 1 out of 2 Wahoo tracks. And this one is probably the worst version out of the two. Honestly, I think everyone can probably agree with me, right? I mean, this track is obviously a lot of fun to play on. It's a very interesting track. And it's actually the first track in Mario history to ever not loop 3 laps 3 times over and over. Instead, it's just one big track, kind of like Rainbow Road and Makka in the same game. It's a very good track, and yes, it can get a little just boring road at times, but we've had tracks like Toad's Turnpike and Moonview Highway. Those are highway tracks, and people don't mind those ones. Why do they mind this one? This one is like that, like those tracks. It's actually a lot of fun, and the 3 laps go by really fast. I think the main reason why people like this track so much is because it's taking place in the same area where the Wii Sports is. I've never played that game. Maybe someday I'll get that game. But for now, I'm stuck with this track. And, oh my, don't even get me started with the song. It is probably one of, if not the best song in Mario Kart 7. Okay, no, it's not the best, but it's definitely one of the best songs in Mario Kart 7. It is just so relaxing, and it's just very interesting as well. I really enjoy the song. Now, this is the song that I was talking about in Wahoo Town from whatever that game's called, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This is the same song, but just miles better. So, I mean, there's not much I have to add about this one. It's a very, very good track. So let's move on. Number 6. So here at number 6 is good old Neo Bowser City. So if you've never played Mario Kart 7 before, you're probably wondering, wait a minute, this track looks really familiar to a track in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And that's because Neo Bowser City came back in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, and it was on the top 10 as well. So, I think it was at the same placement as well, number 6. This track is loads of fun. You either hate this track or you like this track. And most people that I know really do like this track. Obviously, I think the improvement is a little better than this version, but one little thing I really do like about this track is those moving arrows, as you can see right now. Something about it is just so silly and hilarious, and they took that out in the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe version for some reason. But, but it's still raining at least, and, well, the puddles are gone as well, but that's actually good. And of course the music is really good as well. It's just very catchy, and just, I don't know, I really like it. And honestly, there's not much else I have to add about this track. It's a good track for sure. I really like the neon light type of thing, and just how it's just in a city. And yet again, another like city/turnpike type of track. I love those ones. So there's not much I have to add. Let's move on. Number 5. So here at number 5 is good old DK Jungle. So this track, like Neo Bowser City, also came back in Mario Kart 8. I don't remember, it was in my top 10. Not retro tracks, not top 10 music though, but it was close. This track is a lot of fun, and I really do enjoy DK Jungle a lot. It's kind of silly picturing this in the Special Cup because I played Mario Kart 8 longer than I have Mario Kart 7. So it's kind of odd seeing it in the Special Cup instead of the Banana Cup, but oh well, it's fine. This track, like the Mario Kart 8 version, is a lot of fun. However, the Mario Kart 8 version is just, well, much better. And, well, duh, because the graphics are just way better. And the trees look so much better in that version. The music is the same, which is silly, but okay. And you know what? There's not much else I have to add about this track. It's a very good track, and it's definitely one of my favorites. And, well, of course, the music is good as well. So let's move on. Number 4. So here at number 4 is, well, what does it look like? Good old Rainbow Road. This track is just such a fun track. And it's kind of an experience, like you actually drive around parts of the planets. First you drive on Saturn's rings, and then you drive on the moon, which is really cool. Now, every single person that I've seen has said Mario Kart 7's Rainbow Road is the best version out of any Rainbow Road. I would have to disagree. I still like Mario Kart Wii's Rainbow Road, and I think that one is the best version. This is probably close second, though, because I agree, it's a lot of fun. But I still think the Wii version is a bit better. Like I said, this track is like Wahoo Loop, where you don't go through the same lap 3 times. Instead, it's just one giant lap. And it's definitely a very interesting track. I really love it, and it's a good Rainbow Road. Like I said, it's not my favorite, but it's fine. Something that I don't like about this one, though, is the music. A lot of people really do love this Rainbow Road music, but not me. If you know me, I am not a person who likes the relaxing type of music. I'm more of the get up and go, groovy type of music. This definitely is more of the relaxing type of music, which I don't mind some music, but this one just isn't for me. And, yeah, a lot of people really do want this one back in the next Mario Kart, and I could see this one coming back as well. It's a good Rainbow Road track. However, I mean, yes, this track did come back in Mario Kart Tour as well. I don't know if this one will come back, though. I feel like they'd probably do the GBA Rainbow Road, because they kind of are doing it in order. They did SNES, they did N64, so GBA would probably be next. There's not much I have to add about this Rainbow Road. It's good, so let's move on. Number 3. So here at number 3 is good old Makka Wahoo. So this is the second Wahoo track. If you remember, I already put Wahoo Loop at number 7. And this one is like Wahoo Loop, but much better. I think the main reason why it's so much better is, well, first off, it feels a little bit longer than Wahoo Loop. And there's definitely a little bit more into this track that Wahoo Loop doesn't have. And of course, I really do like the new shortcuts this one has. There is about as many of shortcuts as Wahoo Loop, but there's more, and I think they're a little bit better. Like, one of them you get to go through a castle. And, of course, I really like the evening feel to this track. I like a lot of the tracks that take place at night or the evening. Like, they're just so, not just beautiful, but they're just pretty as well, which is the same exact thing, so I don't know why I said that. But this track altogether is definitely a really good track, and it is definitely one of my favorites. Now, a lot of people might have the same problem with this track as Wahoo Loop, where it can get a little dry at times, but that doesn't bother me. It's just a really fun track. I've always liked it, and yes, it's another one of those tracks where it loops together and you don't follow the same 3 laps over and over again. I really like the big gliding section at the end as well, and of course the music is awesome as always. So there's not much I have to add. Let's move on. Number 2. So here at number 2 is good old Music Park. I mean, this one is pretty much on everyone's top 10 list, right? This track is just so much fun. I mean, if you don't remember, this track also came back in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as well. So, we have this one, and we have the Mario Kart 8 version. And of course, the Mario Kart 8 version is better, because it looks better. But, I mean, this track is a lot of fun as well. There is so many things. I get to drive over piano, xylophone, head-bopping piranhas, bunch of drums, the music notes at the end. It's such a fun and interesting track that no other track has done, except for Electrodrome in Mario Kart 8. But that one is like Music Park, but worse in my opinion. And of course, the music as well, which in my opinion, honestly, is probably a little bit better than the remake version of Mario Kart 8. I don't know, there's just something about this song that's just so awesome about it. Don't get me wrong, I love the Mario Kart 8 remake as well, but I just feel like the original is even better. And of course, there's nothing much I have to add about this track. It's a good track for sure, and it's definitely top 10 for me. And now, number 1 and my personal favorite new Mario Kart 7 track is... So yeah, number 1 is good old Piranha Plant Slide. This track, yet again, also came back in Mario Kart 8. And Mario Kart Tour as well. No, I'm just kidding. I want it back in Mario Kart Tour, it's a fun track. I mean, this track is a lot of fun. I really love Piranha Plant Slide. And yes, I like the remake better because, well, it just looks better. I honestly kind of do like the blue section of the original, though, of this version, though. But other than that, I like the remake better. And of course, there's another thing I like about the original better that we'll talk about in a minute. I just really like this track. It's so unique and different. You're driving through, I guess, the sewers, and there's a bunch of piranha plants and Goombas everywhere. It's an interesting and fun track. My favorite thing about this track is probably the music. Oh my, it is so good. It's probably my favorite in this game. I just love it. It is so good. And I really like how it has an underwater section as well. Who knew it had an underwater song as well? Mario Kart 8's version doesn't have the underwater song, it's just the same song. And of course, it sounds miles better in the 7 version and not the 8 version. 8 version just kind of ruined it with all the jazz that they added. But it's not a horrible song, like it could have been much worse, like Dry Dry Desert from the same game. Altogether, though, the track is a lot of fun, and it's probably my favorite in Mario Kart 7, with a few assumptions getting fairly close. But it's probably my favorite, and the music is obviously fun as well, and I always listen to it. So there's not much I have to add about this track. It's good, and it's probably my favorite. So with that, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I will see you next time when I probably don't have work, so I'll just probably make another video. I'll see you next time. Bye.